Good afternoon, everybody. I wasn't ready. Okay. Headphones on. Okay. If you were here yesterday, I want you to stand up. If you were here yesterday, stand up. Okay? Now, if last night you ordered good to great or the 5 dysfunctions of a team, stay standing. If you did not order good to great or you did not order 5 dysfunctions of a team, sit down. No one? Anyone? You've ordered it today. You ordered it today, or you will. That means I got to keep all my prizes. No. Now, you don't remember the names of the books? Good to Great by Jim Collins and The 5 Dysfunctions of a Team by Patrick Leconey. Now let me tell you, I'm learning off Steve. Let me tell you a story. It's a story about a disease that is infiltrating the world. Lots of people get this disease and it's passed on from person to person. The disease in English is called TFI. Total failure to implement. And for lots of people, coming to a conference like this is one thing. But the more important thing, and the second thing, is to implement. If you don't implement what you learn at the conference, if you don't go away and look at some of the numbers that Steve's just spoke about in his previous session, then you're suffering this disease, total failure to implement, TFI. So consider yourselves chastised for not ordering that book, because I really want you to help grow your businesses. And I want you to be able to go to the next step. And the session that I'm going to share with you today is all about marketing. But all of this is zero if you don't implement it. All of this will mean nothing if you don't put some of it in place. So normally I like to finish my presentations with a challenge, but I'll start with a challenge. And the challenge I'm starting with is for you to implement some of these ideas. I'm going to share with you about 21 different ideas to help grow your business. And if you work that out, 21 into 70 minutes, we've got about 3 minutes per one. So some of them will be pretty quick. But these are ideas on how to grow your business. Not every single one will be relevant to you. Not every one. But some will, and I'd encourage you to use them because I guarantee you that they work. So before we get started, let's have a look and see what marketing is. Let's see if that works. Okay. Okay, this is a little bit funny maybe for some. You see a gorgeous guy or girl at a party And you go up to them and say, I'm fantastic in bed. This is direct marketing. Okay, you're at a party with a bunch of friends and see a gorgeous guy or girl, and one of your friends goes up to him or her and pointing at you says, she's fantastic in bed. This is advertising. Not as funny, that one? Okay. You see a gorgeous guy or girl at a party, you go up to them and get their telephone number. And the next day you call them and say, hi, I'm fantastic in bed. This is telemarketing or telesales. You're on the way to a party and you realise there could be gorgeous guys or girls in all the houses that you're passing by. So you climb out of the car, stand on the roof, and at the top of your lungs shout, I'm fantastic in bed. Now this is what we call junk mail. This is what you find in your letterbox. Junk mail. And finally, the most important part of marketing is this. You're at a party and you see a gorgeous guy or girl. He or she walks up to you and says, I hear you're fantastic in bed. This is brand recognition. And ladies and gentlemen, this is what we strive for in our business. We want people coming to us and saying, I hear your health club is the best club. I want to join. We want people coming to us and saying, I hear you're the best personal trainer in the club. I want you to train me. So our goal of our marketing is brand recognition. Now, interestingly enough, I think most of us are pretty good at selling memberships. Would you agree with that? Hands up. You can sell your memberships okay? Yes? See? 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 Okay, remember, you're with me. Okay? Now, one of the challenges with health clubs across the world is that they can sell memberships, they just don't have enough people walking through the door to try and sell memberships to. Would you agree with that? In your club, you just don't have enough leads or prospects or opportunities to try and sell memberships. Yeah? See? See? Yeah, very good. Okay. So last year when I was in South America, I was lucky enough to go to Iguazu Falls. Iguazu? See? Lovely place. Who's been to Iguazu? Oh, very good. Muchos. Okay. This is the Devil's Throat. The Devil's Throat. And there's thousands and thousands and thousands of litres of water pouring over the cliffs. So powerful, it's mesmerising while you're standing there. I did the helicopter ride and took this photo over the top of Iguazu Falls. And when you look over the top of the falls, you can see lots of rivers, creeks, tributaries, all coming into the main river before all going down into the Devil's Throat. And that's what your marketing is all about. Not one river provides all the water to Iguazu Falls. Not one marketing piece will provide you all the leads to make your business grow. Does that make sense? See? You need to have 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe more. Jim Smith, who spoke at Ursa for many years, his words resound in my head from 14 years ago. A health club should have between 12 and 15, 1-5, sources of marketing occurring in their club every day. How many do you have? A website? A sign? A referral program? Maybe a newspaper ad? We're only at 4 there. We still need to get another 10. And when we have all of these rivers, some of them will be flowing in the wet season, and when it doesn't rain, some of those dry up. Was I that bad? Was I that bad? No. Okay. Oh, you got to go to the toilet. Okay. Going to have a little restroom. So on the wet season, some of those rivers, the water pours through. So sometimes we've got lots of leads coming in, and other times when it's not raining, it's only 1 or 2. Now, if we've got 15 lead sources and they're all providing, say, 4 or 5 leads a week, that's providing us a lot of leads that we're not probably getting at the moment. So today's session is all about teaching you some ways to get some more leads. Okay? Capiche? Is that Spanish? Italiano. Okay. What's Spanish for understand? Comprende? See? Okay. Now, that one? Okay. So, a couple of things, just very quickly. Some truths about marketing that's important for our business. The first thing is the market is constantly changing, which means people are moving into your area and moving out of your area every single day. So if you're not continually marketing, when someone moves into the area, they look, bless you, they look on the web to try and find a club. Bless you, must be contagious. So this afternoon I was talking to Maria, who moved here from Colombia, and she's been here a month and a half. Now, she's just moved into an area. What is the club in her area doing to tell her that they are a club in the area? How is she going to find the nearest health club? So your marketing must continually be out there so that people are aware you exist. The secondary reason why you kind of need to do that is people forget fast. We are bombarded with millions and millions of advertising every day. TV, radio, signs, newspaper, people handing brochures out. So we forget all the time. We've got more important things to think about. What are we going to have for dinner? What are we going to wear to work? All the important decisions in life. So remembering the name of a health club is not at the top of our list. So it's important that we continually market so that when the person wants to join a club, your club is the first thing that comes into their mind. Your competition isn't quitting. So while you might pull back your marketing, other clubs will continue to market. Marketing will strengthen your brand and the identity of your business. so people will know who you are in the area. Again, important for when they want to join a health club. Your marketing will also remind the members that are leaving your club, or have left your club, sorry, that you still exist. In my club, we would have about 40 members cancel a month. But each month we would get 5 or 6 rejoin who have cancelled previously because of our marketing. We're always trying to get them back in. So by doing your marketing, it reminds the people in the community that you're still open for business and still going well. Marketing helps maintain morale of your staff. There's nothing worse than working in a health club when you don't have a lot of inquiries. The staff get bored on the front desk, your salespeople whinge and complain that there's not enough leads. So your marketing will help maintain the morale of the organisation. The numbers that Steve spoke about in his last session, those numbers are critical to the operation of the business. Marketing helps provide those numbers. Marketing helps give you the dollars because it helps sell memberships. As Steve said, one of the things we've got to work on, if we're going to make our business more profitable, we can only bring our expenses down so much. We need to bring our revenue up. To bring our revenue up, we need to market our business. And finally, we've got a lot of money to lose if our business doesn't work. So we've got to continue to market our business in order to make it profitable. Comprehende? Okay, can we flip now? Okay, translators, you're going to have to help me out here because we've got some English slides now because I need to be able to show examples. Okay? So can you read that? Can you see the screens? See? Okay? All right. So the first concept that I want to share with you about marketing your business is the idea virus. The idea virus is an English word. I don't know how the translators are going to translate idea virus. No idea? Okay. Idea virus. It's a made-up word by an author called Seth Godin. Okay, you've caught up? Gee, they're getting a bit slack, aren't they? Continue. Okay. It's a made-up word by an author, Seth Godin. Seth Godin wrote a book called The Idea Virus. And what he tries to get us to understand is that we need to give reasons for our members to tell their friends about our club. We can't just assume that they will. We need to give them a reason to. And we need to reward them for spreading the word. We need to say thank you for spreading the word about the club. Now, the best example of an idea virus that you may have heard of is Hotmail. Put your hand up if you've ever had a Hotmail address. Look around the room. Lots of us have. How did Hotmail come about? Very simple. At the bottom of every email that you send from a Hotmail address, it says, click here for your own Hotmail address. 3 clicks later, you have your own Hotmail address. So the concept of an idea virus is to spread the word really easily and simply that goes out across the community. So for our clubs, we have to give them a reason to spread the word, and we need to say thank you. So here's a little marketing piece that we did in my club to say thank you to the members. Who, show of hands, who gives a gift to their member when they introduce a new member to the club? Good. Okay. Some people don't, but most do. Let me tell you a little story from my experience. I read this fantastic magazine, fitness magazine, called CBI from Ursa. And it explained a marketing promotion for referral that a club did. And what they did was they got 12 local businesses to give prizes that the club could give out to the people as they referred a new member. And each business would be the business of the month. Pretty simple, pretty easy. So I thought I would copy that idea, just screw with it a bit. And I screwed it right up. What I thought we'd do is I would get embroidered logoed t-shirts, jumpers, umbrellas, wet packs like a toiletry bag, and a sports bag. And each month in my club, when you referred a new member, I would give you this as a gift to say thank you. And we did this 16 years ago, 1-6, and I'm very pleased to share with you that it was last week that we got rid of our last umbrella. And how many did I buy? 100. Obviously doesn't rain much in Australia. In those days, 16 years ago, when I read the article and I did the promotion, I was also teaching classes. So I was much skinnier and fitter. And at the end of one of my classes, I said to my class, what I would like you to do is line up here behind this member, and I'm going to ask you a question. So everybody lined up, and as they came forward, I said, so if you introduce a new member to the club, what would you like? He's looking at me, what are you saying? What would you like? First member said, free membership. Thank you. Second member said, free membership. Third member said free membership. Fourth member said free membership. Fifth member said free membership. I said, I've got the idea. You want free membership when you introduce a member to the club. You don't want t-shirts, water bottles, gym bags. So, hence why it's taken 16 years to sell all this stuff in our pro shop. So then we started to give away free membership. Then I went to another seminar, and I thought what he said was a really good idea. The seminar was run by Grant Gamble. Grant's the director of the ACAC, the Atlantic Coast Athletic Club in the USA. Grant said this, 80% of people who get a gift voucher never use it. 80% of people that get a gift voucher never use it. Aha! We were giving our members free membership and they were never saying thank you, they were never acknowledging it, they were taking it for granted. So I thought, right, I'll get you members. And we developed this piece. This is a postcard that we mailed to the members. And when the members introduce another member to the club, they have a choice of 2 weeks free membership or $40 to spend in the club. Either or, their choice. The fine print. To redeem your gift, please bring this voucher in with you on your next visit. 80% of these don't come in. So we are saying thank you to the members by having them introduce a new member to the club, but it's now costing us less money because the members forget to return this. Tricky, huh? Now, if you want a copy of any of the marketing pieces that I'm going to show you, bring your business card out to the front and I'll email them to you. Okay? They will be in English, but you can get the idea. So I'm happy to send you anything up here that you like. Okay. That one. So referrals are important. It's important we ask for referrals. And these can be done at point of sale. Who asks for referrals at point of sale? Hands up. Good. Perfecto. Who doesn't? Okay. There's some reasons why we don't. I work with a club in Brazil, and Edgar at Bioritmo in Brazil believes that it's not appropriate to ask for referrals at point of sale. He says, I haven't done anything for them yet. They haven't lost weight. They haven't felt better. When they feel better, when they lose weight, I then have the right to ask them for referrals. He then asks them for referrals at about 8 weeks to 12 weeks. So it doesn't matter whether you do it at 8 or 12 weeks or whether you do it at point of sale. It's important that you have a system in your club to ask for referrals. Now, in our club, yeah, we've got time. In our club, this is what we ask. We say, when you introduce a new member, you have the choice of either 2 weeks free membership or $40 to spend in the club. Which would you select? And wait for them to answer that, because we ask for referrals at point of sale. Which would you select? Wait for them to answer. They then own that decision. Comprehende? See? We then say this. If you give me 3 names and phone numbers of people who are interested in joining the club, I will give you a free gift. That free gift is either 2 weeks free membership, 2 personal training sessions, or an MP3 player valued at $100. Which of these would you select? Okay? When they make that selection, you then say, I'll organise that for you now if you pop their names and numbers on the form here. That's the script that we use. We get on average 2.8 referrals for every sale that we make. Every person that joins, we will get 2.8 referrals. Don't ask me how big a 0.8 of a person is. Okay? Maybe that tall. So I would encourage you to get referrals and work out a script like I just gave you. That's our script. How many of you asked for in case of emergency? Yeah? How many of you have ever rung those people to find out if that phone number is actually connected? So we ask for somebody's name and their phone number, and we ring them and say, "Hi, I'm just ringing to let you know Steve's joined the club, and if he has an accident at the club, he said we have to call you." What we'd like to do is invite you down to the club to have a look around so you can see where Steve's working out. Would you be interested in coming down today, or would tomorrow suit you better? There's your script. That's your sales script. And that brings your in case of emergency contacts into the club that you then can potentially sell a membership to. We call another group a cheer squad. We ask, like Steve said yesterday in customer service, asking about important things in people's lives. What's your favourite wine? What sport do you like? What books do you read? We ask this question to new members as well. Now that you've started an exercise program, who is going to be supporting you in your exercise program? Who is your cheer squad? And we contact their cheer squad. And we say, "Hey, Steve's just joined the club. And he said you're going to support him through his journey of weight loss. I'm just wondering, would you be interested in coming down to the club and having a look at where Steve's going to be working out?" It's another way of getting referrals. Sometimes those people, point of sale, in case of emergency, and cheer squad, sometimes they're the same 3 people or 4 people. Other times they're completely different. So we've now got some more leads. And of course, when somebody wants to cancel their membership, I'm hoping that you automatically offer them the ability to transfer their membership to somebody else. See? Anyone? Okay, couple. So when somebody cancels their membership and they've paid a joining fee or they've been a member for a little while, you can say, "Why don't you transfer your membership and your membership privileges to somebody else?" Yes, a couple more people now that I explained it a little bit better. Okay. You can run some referral promotions. This is one we did at Christmas time. You do celebrate Christmas in Argentina, don't you? Yes?
Yes.
Big party, lots of presents, stockings that Santa puts presents in. See? This is what we call a stocking stuffer. So that you could put this in. Employers could give this to their employees. Schools could give it to their parents. Lots of different ways. But we can use this as referrals so that people can give it to their friends as well. This is another promotion that we ran. We gave away a barbecue. Introduce a new member this month and you could win a barbecue. We will run 3 of these in a year. We don't give away 3 barbecues, but we give away 3 prizes, and this promotion runs for about 8 weeks just to try and spike referrals. Try and get more referrals over the course of 8 weeks. So we'll give away a barbecue, we might give away a holiday, we might give away a TV, like a big plasma TV or a stereo system. And sometimes people donate those prizes. Clubs in Australia, one of the most common promotions is giving away a free iPod shuffle. When you refer a new member, you get an iPod shuffle. Maybe you could do the same. Probably 3 promotions in the year to spike your referrals. You can run referral promotions at any time. So if our leads are down, so if in the week we're not getting a lot of leads, then we have this little poster that goes up in the club. These are all the people that work for me. These are my staff. And these are the MP3 players that we give away. So we put posters and boxes out around the club and forms so we can get these out like in about 30 minutes. They can be all through the club if we don't have a lot of leads. We can leave them out for 2 or 3 days, pull them back in, and then we can ring all the people that we've got names and numbers for. So this is what a sales manager would be doing, or a club manager if you don't have a sales manager. Monitoring the number of leads that we have, and if we need more in order to hit the numbers that we have to, we run a quick promotion like this. You like that idea? See? Good? Okay. Your business card. Who has a business card? Good? Okay. Most of your business cards will probably look like this, with your name, your address, email, phone number. See? Okay. What we want to do is turn your business card into a mini brochure. So your business cards have got a front and a back. Maybe on the back you can put some of the services that you offer, or on the back you could put a complimentary workout. So here's an idea that only struck me after 20 years in the fitness industry. Give everybody that works for me their own business card. It's cheap, it's not expensive, and on the back of their business card, complimentary workout. So the way it works in my club is if your business card comes in, we pay you commission. We pay you 300 peso if your business card comes in. If, when your business card comes in, the person joins the club, we will pay you 1,000 peso. So that's like, is that like $50? 350. Oh no, so it'll be less than that. Way less than that. Way less than that. 30 peso. We will pay you 30 peso if the person that better 30. Okay. So you get 3 peso if they come in, and you get 30 peso if they join. Capiche? Comprehende? Okay. Now, what's really important if you do this is that you train your staff, because you don't want them handing their business cards out at the nightclubs at 3 a.m. because they're just handing them out to the pretty girls or the pretty boys. They've got to hand them out to qualified people, people that are interested in joining the club. But if you've got 10 staff and 10 staff are handing out 1 business card a day, that's 50 leads a week that you could now be getting. And if you remunerate them or pay them a bonus for that, that might encourage them to hand them out for you. Okay, this is very complicated. So I'm not even going to try to explain it to you other than this. Get someone to help you. Website and search engine marketing. Do Argentinians use Google? See? See? So when Maria moved to the area in Buenos Aires, when she moved here, she was looking for a health club. She would go to Google and go, health club, Buenos Aires. If your name does not come up on the first 2 pages of Google, gone. Your members won't look for it. So you can get your website optimized, is the word that they use, optimized so that it comes up on the first Ideally, the first page of Google. Okay? So talk to an expert to make sure that when people search on Google or Yahoo or Alta Vista, any of the search engines, that your website comes up on that first page. Okay? Important thing about your website is this. Is your website a sales machine, or is your website a retention tool? It's very difficult to have the same website. Oh, you can go to Spanish, yeah? Okay, yep. We're just putting it back to Spanish for you. Maybe. So it's really important that you decide what you want with your website. Probably the best website that I've seen is a website in Australia for Hummer. You know the big cars, the big American cars that chew up all the petrol? Put the big hole in the ozone layer? God damn Americans. On the Hummer website in Australia, you can, step 1, select your Hummer. Step 2, what colour do you want? Step 3, what colour interior do you want? Step 4, what accessories would you like? Step 5, get a quote. Step 6, order. So while I'm sitting at home and I'm thinking I'd really like to buy a Hummer, I'll just go to the Hummer website. I can actually buy a Hummer. The question I have for you is when I put my pants on and I can't do the belt up, I wouldn't, but my wife or my girlfriend slips into her bikini and the export bikini looks like a local bikini. You know what I mean by that? It's like, I want to join a gym. I want to join a health club. So I go to Google, I find your club. In 2 or 3 clicks, can I join your club? Can I get a trial visit? Because it's at that point that I want to do it. And 90% of health clubs make me fill out an inquiry form that goes to the health club. The health club then rings me back to encourage me to come down to the club for me to then get a price to find out if I want to join. By that time, I probably already bought Oprah Winfrey's book on how to lose weight. And my need or my desire to join a club has dropped off. So it's important that we think about our website as a sales machine as opposed to a retention tool. What we're looking at in our club is actually having 2 websites. We're going to have one website for our members and one website that will be for prospects. So our members will go to a completely different website because I feel uncomfortable about having my members see that we're ramming selling memberships down their throat and that we're just trying to get more members. I want them to see a completely different website that's all about the customer service that Steve's talking about. Whereas when people are interested in joining the club, I want them to be able to get a complimentary workout, buy 1 month, or be able to join online. See? Okay. Lead boxes. Is that? Uranus? Uranus? That doesn't mean go to the toilet? That's not like we? Wow. It's like urine. Okay. And that says lead boxes. See? Okay. Who has lead boxes? boxes work, ladies and gentlemen, if the people work the lead box. A lead box, who's seen the movie Field of Dreams? The movie Field of Dreams? It's a movie? See? With Kevin Costner, yes. In the movie, they say this phrase, build it and they will come. And he doesn't quite know what that means, but he ends up building a baseball field, and all these dead baseball players come back as ghosts to play on this field. A lot of club owners believe with lead boxes, if we just put them in a shop, leads will just flow in. Doesn't work like that. We need to put the lead box in a shop that we have a relationship with. Someone that we can work closely with. We also need to make sure that we keep going back to that shop to empty the lead boxes. So, here's a bit of advice. On the lead box, don't put a lock. Because if there's a lock on the lead box, your salespeople or your sales manager will think, I don't need to go back, no one can steal my leads. No one can steal my leads because there's a lock on there. So I'll go back next week. With the lead boxes, you need to empty them every 2 or 3 days. Because when somebody fills out an entry form, that's when they're interested in joining. So if we call them 2 weeks later, their desire to join has gone. In fact, they've probably already forgotten that they entered your competition, or your competition stimulated their brain so they've gone and joined another club because you didn't call them fast enough. Okay? Now, a friend of mine, he has lead boxes in his club in Australia, and his mum lives in the same area. So when I went to look at his club, he showed me, took me out the back of his office, and he had all these lead boxes from his competitors. And I said, what are these doing here? And he said, my mum doesn't like other people advertising their gyms. So she steals the whole lead box and puts it in a bag instead of just the leads. So not that I'm going to tell you this, but if someone else has a lead box in your area and there's no lock on there, then you could just borrow their leads. Because when the people fill out their entry form, they got no idea what club they were trying to win a prize at. So they'll have forgotten when you call them. But lead boxes work if we're proactive. If we just leave them and hope that they work, they won't. Okay, number 15. Oh, didn't want to do that. Okay. Programme de ambassadors. This is a new concept that we've been developing in our club and is working very well. We have identified local businesses that we want to be linked with. Can you flip that to the English version for me? Okay, so this is an A4 size, so the same size as your pads, and it sits in a Perspex holder next to the till, next to the cash register. And it says, we are helping make the community a healthier and happier place by recommending people exercise regularly. And this is the name of a hairdressing salon or a beauty salon. And we say down here that they recommend our health club. So it's a third-party endorsement of your club. It makes the business look really good in the eyes of the community because they're promoting exercise and health and fitness. And in here, this is a white space where these business cards are tucked in. So they just sit in. So when somebody's at the cash register making a purchase, they can just take a business card which will give them a complimentary workout. Notice, same printing as our business cards. Helps reduce the cost. So the ambassador program is really good. It works. We will put this in a club, in a business for 2 months, and then a lead box for 2 months. So we rotate what's in the businesses. And walking around Buenos Aires the last 2 days, I'd just like to tell you I've contributed quite a lot to your economy. A leather jacket for my mum, a couple of jumpers for my family, a Puma rugby jersey, because I love rugby. I even like the Pumas. But I've been walking around all the shops, and there's a lot of sports stores. Is it Stock Centre? Yeah. See? But in Stock Centre, no mention of a health club. Okay? Somebody want to go now and go and contact Stock Centre? It's okay, you can go. But there's lots of those sorts of businesses where there's no mention of a health club. Fredo? Ice cream, Fredo? What does ice cream do? What great place to advertise a health club. One of our best lead boxes for our club, where we get the most leads and the most sales, is McDonald's. We have a lead box in our local McDonald's. We have one of these in our local McDonald's. You can work with these shops. So if you've got a tennis court or a swimming pool, I noticed Speedo has a couple of stores in Buenos Aires. So if you have a swimming pool and people are buying swimming costumes, maybe you can have a little card. This is for tennis, where you get 2 hours free court hire when you buy your tennis gear at a local shop, because we have a tennis court. So you can work with local shops and restaurants. This is an interesting one. Let me tell you this story. I was in Los Angeles, in a nightclub in Los Angeles, and this was about, I don't know, maybe 6 or 7 years ago, and I was pretty drunk. Very drunk. So I went to the toilet, and I'm standing at the urinal. Ladies, that's where men go, because we can stand up. We're very clever. We can do 2 things at once, stand up and go to the toilet. So I'm standing up at the toilet, and my eyes are blurry, but I see on the wall this poster, and it says, put one hand on the wall and come in and push out. And I'm reading this, but I'm actually doing it at the same time. I've gone, wow, and I read further down, and it was from Crunch Fitness. I went, what a cool idea. Very crunch, wouldn't you agree? It's very crunch. It's very meets their demographic. So I thought, this is such a cool idea. I really like this, that I stole the poster. So I opened it up and I stole the poster. And then it got me thinking, I wonder what's in the ladies' toilets. So I walk out of the men's, and there's this very attractive lady heading into the ladies' toilets. Now, she was your typical Californian girl. Long blonde hair, brown skin, augmented breasts, and very skinny. Oh, I can watch her hands. And I said to her, "Are you going to the toilet?" And she said, "Oh, are you from Australia?" And I said, "Yes, I am." She's like, "Oh, wow, you're from Aussie. Oh, I love your accent." And I'm like, "Will you do me a favour? Could you see if there's one of these posters in the ladies' toilets? You Aussies are weird." Anyway, she went in. She came out and she said, "Yeah, there is one in there." I said, "Could you steal it for me?" Now, not every Australian, when they go to the US, picks up women like I do. Okay, that's a little bit strange. But I got the poster, and the poster was this one here. The non-toilet seat touching deep knee bends. So I took it home, and at that time I said to my girlfriend, "When you go to the toilet, do you do that?" And she said, "Yes. Yes." She said, "You never touch the seats. Too many diseases." I'm like, "Really?" She said, "What do you do in the men's?" I said, "We stand up for a start." And she said, "Well, what if you've got to sit down?" "Well, we sit on the toilet. Who cares? It's only disease. It's not going to kill you." So there, ladies and gentlemen, is the difference between women and men. Men are happy to sit on diseased toilet seats. Ladies, my wife describes it as hovering. Just hover. But again, very cool. Now, if you're working with restaurants, and there are hundreds of restaurants in Buenos Aires, you can work with the restaurants in just your area and put this in. It would be unlikely that someone from Crunch will come down and see this. Would you agree? They won't come south of Mexico. So, here's my advice. When something in marketing works, copy it. Steal it. Use it as much as you possibly can until you get caught. Then just apologise and say, "I'm sorry." So this works. This is really cool, and it's pretty funny, and it's a bit different. If you want copies of this, give me your business card and I'll email it to you, and then you can copy it. It's much easier. Okay. We have in Australia special days. One very special day that we have is a horse race. See? Horse race. It's a race that stops the nation. It's like the Kentucky Derby in the US. Do you guys have a big horse race in Argentina? See? When we have this horse race, it's like the horse race is 3 o'clock in the afternoon. It lasts for 3 minutes. Yet people stop work at like midday and they start drinking. So by 3 o'clock they don't even remember the horse race. But all the restaurants have big lunches. They have lunches. And so we give vouchers out so that when people are drunk, they can come down and join the club and they don't realise how much they're actually paying to join. It's a bit irresponsible, I know. But it's a way of marketing your business. We do the same on Christmas Day. In Australia, it's very popular for people to go out for Christmas rather than stay home and cook. So we have one for Christmas. We also do one for Mother's Day. We do one for Valentine's Day. So we have a whole range of different promotions that we go to a restaurant and say, "Will you give this out one day only to all the people that eat in your restaurant?" Mother's Day, Christmas Day, Valentine's Day. We tried Father's Day, but it just doesn't work. Don't know why. It might work for you. Okay. With all local companies, we also have Induction Pacs. So we go to the Human Resources Department and we say, when somebody starts work with you, will you give them this envelope of information on our health club? Now, we will do that with a company that might be as small as like a real estate agent with 5 or 10 staff, all the way up to big multinationals that have got 400 staff. But each company is usually putting on, at least 1 to 10 people a month. And in the area that we're in, we do this with about 50 companies. So we tend to get about 50 of these come in every month, at least. So we just explain what some membership prices are, and we give them vouchers to try the club out. Now we do exactly the same with local real estate agents. You have real estate agents in Argentina, see? So when somebody moves to the area or they rent a property, they get a pack. Now this is where it gets really tricky. We wrote the letter, but the letter comes from the real estate agent. So all the language means that it's coming from the real estate agent recommending us. Third-party endorsement is very powerful. So this just tells us a little bit about the club. Plus we put in some vouchers. Again, it's not going to bring you 100 leads a month, but it might bring you 10. Plus the other one, 10. Plus the other one, 10. So it's the cumulative effect of all of these. Okay. Maria. No. It's okay. No, it's okay. The question was... I'll repeat it. It's okay. It's okay. The question was, do we pay to have that? No, we don't. We just ask them and they do it. It actually makes them look really good. I know in the States they have like the Welcome Wagon, which is an organisation that puts together welcome packs to people in the area. Maybe there's something like that in Argentina. I don't know. But yeah, we just go to the real estate agents and ask, and they say, yeah, no worries at all. So yeah, you should be able to do it. Okay. This one. This is a really cool idea. It's really simple, very powerful. It's not my idea. Well, kind of is, but not really. I stole it from somebody else. I tried to make it sound like it was mine, didn't I? My friend in Australia, Tony DeLead, ran health clubs in Atlanta, in the US, called Australian Bodyworks. Very successful chain of clubs. He's now the managing director of Fitness First in Australia. And this is a concept that he came up with, which is where you go to companies and you do free blood pressure testing. You sit down with somebody and you just blood pressure test them and take their resting heart rate. I thought that was a really good idea, so I made it I think I made it better. Copied it and then made it better. So we actually do it today and give them a 30, 60 and 90 day second test or a second assessment. However, they have to come to the club to have their 30, 60 or 90 day test. We'll go to them first, but if they want to have any follow-up, they have to come to the club. Hello? They have to come to the club. Now, who likes this idea straight away? See? Okay. Let me tell you how to make this work really well for you. Make sure you go on a Monday or a Tuesday. because by Thursday or Friday, people are looking forward to the weekend and are less stressed. So their blood pressure is lower. So Monday, Tuesday, much better. Also, go after lunch, because our blood pressure increases as we digest food. So we want to go when their blood pressure is probably going to be the highest. Also take with you an educational handout on the benefits of exercise and how exercise will help lower blood pressure. This works really well. You can use a similar thing working with pharmacia, with pharmacies. Now, in Australia, most people that use pharmacies are older people, more mature people, like 40 plus. No, joking. Like about 60-year-old people, 50 to 60. Now, if that is your demographic, if you run programs for older people, for mature age people, this works really well. Where all we do is 2 weeks before we go to the pharmacia, we put a sign up and we write just here when we'll be in doing free blood pressure testing. So when people then make an effort to come to the pharmacy, and you don't have to pay to do this. The pharmacy love it because it brings people into the pharmacy that will then buy stuff, buy products from them. Now you can do exactly the same thing at Stock Centre. Yeah? We use a product called Fitness Age. It's an online fitness assessment tool. And what it can do is it gives you your fitness age, gives you your body fat age, and allows you to compare that to your chronological age. You can do body fat, flexibility, strength, cardiovascular fitness. Add them all together and it'll give you your fitness age. So we go to our local stock centre and we do free fitness age tests. All you need is a laptop, and we just do like the flexibility and the step test. It's just a 3-minute step test. So you can do it in clothes. You don't have to be in workout gear. So again, pharmacy visits to check blood pressure or doing some sort of assessment where people can then, when you're face to face with someone, you've got a much better chance of getting them into the club or selling them a membership. Posters don't seem to work. Okay. So this one is where we use other people's databases. This company is a mortgage company in Australia. So we've done this with a mortgage company, with real estate agents again, printing companies, where we access their database. But because of privacy, we can't have the names and addresses. So this is what we do. We write the letter so it sounds like it's coming from them. We print it. We pay for the printing. We deliver it to the company. The company then prints out the labels and the addresses and they mail it. So this is a letter that says, thank you for being a customer of ours. We really appreciate your business. So much so that we're giving you a free gift to the health club, and that free gift is a $50 gift voucher, a $20 gift voucher, a free month at the club. So they mail all that out for us, costs us nothing other than the printing. Really simple thing to do. And you're not asking for their database, but you're getting access to their database. Understand the difference? Comprehende difference? Difference? See? Okay, Another fantastic idea. Wish it was mine, but it's Tony to Leeds. My friends. So, here's how this works. In Australia, we have charities, schools, and churches that are all looking for donations to help raise money. Do you have the same in Argentina, where they ring you and want you to donate prizes for raffles and that sort of thing? So how does this work? We pay for the printing. We pay for the design. In this little white space here, we would put the name of the charity, the school, or the church. What happens is, we print maybe 1,000 of these, and the people of the church or the people of the school sell these. And if they sell them at $10, they keep the $10. So if we print 1,000, they would make $10,000 for their church or their charity or their school group. This is a perforated line, so it tears off. So the condition that you give to the charity or to the church is this. When they sell one of these, this big portion goes to the person that purchased it. This small portion comes back to you in the club with their name, phone number and email. That becomes a lead for you, where you can ring up and you can say, "Oh, hi Guillermo, this is Justin, calling from Well Club. I noticed that you supported St. Joseph's Church by purchasing some visits to the club. I'm just wondering when you would like to start your 5 visits." Some people will walk in, but some people you might need to call. So think about it. If you print 1,000, the church makes, or the charity makes $10,000, but you've got 1,000 of these leads. Very cool. Much better than selling chocolates for fundraising. Okay, something different for us. This is what we call guerrilla marketing. We put this newspaper ad in. You can't read this because this is in English, but let me explain it to you. It says, "Would you like free membership to one of Australia's best gyms?" Then there are 4 points here because we've identified there are 4 people in the marketplace. "Yes, but I'm too old and unfit." We tell them it's okay. "Yes, but I haven't been to a gym before." "Yes, but I was a member of a gym years ago." "Yes, but I'm already a member of a gym." If you're already a member of a gym, you can come down and use your membership card in our club for a week. It's a bit rude, isn't it? But you bring your membership card in, we'll let you train for free in our club for a week. Because we know at the end of the week you'll love our club. And you'll want to cancel from where you're at and want to come and join our club. We're prepared to do that. So this is a newspaper ad that we put in the paper pretty much once a week. This is an interesting one. This is a weight loss study. A volunteer to lose weight program. You could do this about weight loss, you could do it about fat care, you could do it whatever you like. And what we do is we put this ad in the newspaper and it says, "We want 50 people between the ages of 30 and 50. You can make this up any way you want, depending on what the demographics are of your club. 30 and 50, needed for a study. Then you can determine what you need. They need to be 10 kilos overweight. They haven't exercised for 5 years. Must live within 5 kilometres. And they must guarantee that they'll follow the program for 4 weeks. Here's the real kicker. This is the real impact. Please, for more information, contact the research director. Not the salesperson, not the personal training manager, not the personal trainer. but the research director, because you want to do a fitness assessment when they start and when they finish, so you can show their improvement over 4 weeks. This works very, very well. See, okay. We're nearly done. Stephen went longer, so am I. Okay. 5 more minutes. This is a whole nother topic, but I think the future of the fitness industry is that we move away from selling memberships and we start selling programs. So we sell a program of weight loss. And I'm on a weight loss program in the club for 12 weeks, then I buy membership. So a program that we run is boot camp. We also run a program called Biggest Loser. Do you have the Biggest Loser in Argentina? It's very popular in the USA. It's a reality TV show. See? So we have our own Biggest Loser program. If you want copies of what we do, I can email you this. I'm happy to share it with you. It'll be in English, but I'm sure you can get it translated. Start to use YouTube, MySpace, Facebook to advertise. I went onto my Facebook last night, and I don't know how it knows, but it knows I'm in Argentina because it came up advertising local Argentinian businesses on my homepage. So it's pretty important to have a look at. If you've got a pen, write this down and check out this YouTube website. It's very cool. Very cool. But use the internet to market your business. Okay. Oh, do you want me to go back? Okay. Write that down. Okay? What? Gee, people write. It's not. I'd be finished by now if they'd write faster. Okay. Gone. Okay. Shopping centre displays. Who does like a display in a shopping centre to try and gather leads? Anybody? See? No. Okay. Some of you do. Some of you don't. This is a great way. You could set up a display in the shopping centre so as people walk past, you can put a TV, just like the booths out the back for Mercadeo Fitness, you could have in order to get people in. However, this is a really interesting concept that I saw. They paid to get a Ferrari in a shopping centre. A health club paid to put a Ferrari in the fitness centre, in the shopping centre. And you could get your photo taken in the Ferrari. They even had scantily clad females that would lie across the front of the Ferrari, and you could get your photo taken on the Ferrari with a scantily clad female or a really good looking man with flat tummy. Now, how did that help them? Where do you think you had to go to get your copy of that photo? You had to go to their website, to the club's website, so you could download the picture of you in the Ferrari. Now, when they did that, that enabled them to capture the person's name and email address to build up their database that they could then market to. Plus, going to their website gave them the opportunity to sell memberships to them. Okay. With your direct mail pieces, if you're mailing anything to members or potential members, you need to be creative. Different sizes, different colours, different weights, shapes, postcards. Use coloured envelopes. Make sure your direct mail pieces stand out from everything else that's going into a letterbox. It has to be unique. We also suggest that you need to have reasons for people to join your club. Reasons to come. So think about seminars. Think about offering free educational seminars on weight loss, on how to start an exercise program, blood pressure. Think about all of those sorts of things, and you could run that seminar to get people into your club. I know some clubs hold the local Chamber of Commerce meetings in their clubs, in their cafes. So that just brings people into the club that we can try and sell memberships to. Maybe you could sell heart rate monitors, stability balls, clothing, so that people would come into your club to buy clothing. You want to have people come to your club. And the last thing I want to finish with is a little story. A man wakes up in the morning after sleeping on a marketed bed under marketed sheets. He will shower using marketed soap, shave with a marketed razor, have marketed breakfast cereal, juice and toast. And he'll glance at his marketed watch. He will ride in his marketed car to work, talk on his marketed cell phone, and use a marketed computer at work. Yet this man fails to market his business, saying marketing doesn't pay. Finally, when his unmarketed business fails, he will market his business for sale. But then it is too late. Ladies and gentlemen, part of marketing I would encourage you to do is this. Do something to tell people that you exist, so that when they decide to join a health club, your club, is the first one they think about. Thank you, Guillermo, for inviting me all the way to Argentina.